Hi, so we've looked at products and now we're going to move on to collections. So, collections are basically virtual subsets of products. In most shopping carts, use categories. And categories are very fixed and rigid. You put a product in a category, and that's pretty much it. Then it's in that category. Um, Collections have much more flexibility. Especially when paired with navigation and the filters within navigation, which we'll look at in a future lesson. So let's have a look at collections today. Okay, so your Shopify site is going to automatically come along with one homepage collection. This is typically used when we get to theme setup. You'll see that it's typically used as the default for featured products on the homepage of your website. Okay. So homepage is a manual collection. There are two types of collections. There's manual collection and what Shopify calls smart collections. So let's start by having a look. I won't use homepage because it's already created. We'll come back to that in a minute. But let's create a manual collection of our own. So I'm going to just call this, manual collection test. You're going to call it, homepage or angels or whatever it is you're going to group together in this collection, items on sale or whatever. Okay, so we're going to choose. We can give it a description. First off, the description will actually go on the collection page. So essentially, when you navigate to a specific collection, such as angels, if you want it to describe the collection of angels at the top of the page, you would put that in the description here. Having a description is also pretty good for your SEO because it makes your website different to anyone else's because you've written it. Again, that unique content problem starts to get solved a little bit. And it also gives the page something to put in this search engine preview. So even if you do not do a description here because you do not want it to physically see it on the page for design purposes, you will definitely want to do it under here, under this edit website SEO. The other thing you can add to a collection, and this is regardless of whether it's manual or smart, you can add an image. And an image is going to be used by the theme. Typically, and it depends on the theme, but typically the image is going to be spread across the top of the page like a banner. So you'll want to play around. You want to look at your theme settings and help file to work out what size that image should be, or play around with a few different sizes to see what looks best. And once you've worked out what size you want your collection image to be, make sure that it's consistent on every collection that you add an image to. Okay, we don't want different pages looking different because the image size is different. So we're going to make this into a manual collection. And I can't do anything with it until I save it. And just to remind you, I would be going into this edit website SEO and I would be giving it a unique title for search engines to look at, and I would be giving it a description. Okay, so I'm going to save that. Okay, so now that we've made our collection, let's put some products in it. Because it's a manual collection, we're going to manually select those products. So we can just start searching or just press browse. We don't have that many products. So let's just put a couple of, just check the boxes. And then these products, I'm just picking some randomly. I'm not thinking about what they are. Okay, so let's add those. Okay, and you'll see those products are showing up. Some of them are unavailable. When I imported the product file, some of these had zero inventory in them. I've actually changed the inventory to a quantity, but they would still need to be made available on the website. Okay, now we can sort these by best selling, lowest price, newest products, oldest products, product title. I'm going to sort them by lowest price, so the cheapest items will be at the top. Okay, and I'm going to save that. And you can see a lot of these are out of stock or at least unavailable. But I'm going to save that. Well, I don't have to save it because it's saving it automatically. See, the save button is not highlighted. I haven't made any textual changes. If I was to change the title here to featured products, that save would have to be made manually. I'd have to click the save button. But when I'm adding products to a collection, this is all saved as things are added. Okay, so it's all automatically saved. So let's save that. Okay. Okay, so that is a manual collection. So let's go back to my collections. So let's make a collection for the larger metal pieces, and let's do this using the tag. So create collection. So I'm going to call this large metal wall art. Again, might want to give it a description. I might want to give it an image, but I'm going to use an automated collection, which you often hear referred to as smart collection. Okay, so now that it's automated, I can pick conditions. And there are various conditions that I can do. So I could use product title contains a certain word. I could use the product vendor equals a certain product vendor. I can use pricing as part of this. So I could do products between under $50. In this case, though, I'm going to use product tag, and I'm going to put that the product tag is equal to large. I'm going to save that. Okay, now it is not showing me any products. So this suggests to me that we don't have any products that are marked large. So let's just go back to our products really quickly and do a bulk edit. In my definition for this particular subset of product, anything that is 24 inches is going to be large. So I can select all the 24-inch pieces, not just the 50 on this page, but all of the 24-inch pieces in the store. And I can add the tag large. Now let's go back and look at that collection that we saved before that did not have any products in it. Because it is a smart collection or an automated collection, it now has products. So as you add new products, so long as you tag them large, they're going to show up in here automatically. You don't have to come in and manually add products to collections when you're using collections that are smart. One thing to note is sometimes these conditions, you can have multiple conditions. So this one is product tag equals to large. Let's say for argument's sake, we wanted it to be product tag angel as well. So let's save that. Now what that's going to do at the moment, because we've got this all collections radio button ticked, then it has to be large and angel. So we've effectively put an and in the middle. Yep. Okay, let's refresh that. And you can see that only the pieces that match the criteria, large and angel, show up. If I want it to be large or angel, I can change it to any condition. Let's refresh those products. And you'll start to see not only all the large pieces, but also anything that has the word angel in it is going to show up. Okay, I'm going to delete the angel for this particular one because I don't want to do it that way. But that's just to demonstrate. It's a common problem that I see people say, oh, I've filtered, I've got tags and I've got all my tags in place and I've used my tag thing here, but I'm not seeing any products in it. Why aren't I seeing any products? Well, you're not seeing any products because you've got more than one condition and you've put all conditions, and therefore nothing is matching all of the conditions. That is a common problem. We also have this filter, the same as we did on the manual collection. We can now change it to lowest price at the top. A common one for this would be, for example, to have newest at the top. So you can do a collection called new. So let's do that. We've saved this one. Let's also create a collection. Let's create another collection. Let's create a collection called new products. Okay. For the sake of showing you, I'll put this collection features all our new products. Okay, could add an image to it, and I know I haven't been anywhere else, but let's add a quick image to it. I'll use that one just because it's there. Okay, it's going to be automated, and it's going to be, I want every product in the website that has inventory in this, and I just want to sort it by new. So inventory is greater than 1, i.e. it's in stock, and I'm going to save that. Okay, and then what I'm going to come down and do is I'm going to sort it. Let's refresh the products first, and it's going to basically have everything that's in stock here. It's going to show up, and I'm going to sort it by newest. Now, reality check, in my case, I imported everything the same day, so there's no such thing as a new product. But as I add new products, they would go onto the top of this because Shopify knows when they were added into the system. Okay, that is saved automatically. Okay, so there's another collection called new products. And I just want to remind you that I do come down and edit the website SEO, both the title, the description, and the description. It's critical that you do your SEO along the way. Okay, so that's our collections. So what I want you to do now is to make a few sort of top line collections for the dozen or so products that you've put into your admin. And again, make sure that we've got a link to that in your project file on the project tab of this Skillshare class. And if you want to view this along the way, just by the way, you just point out you can always view your online store here. Now, I do want to say that we have not done navigation yet, so do not expect those collections are not showing up, and that will become apparent in the next lesson. But you can see that just by the default theme, this is your homepage collection. It exists and it's starting to get some products in it. And you can view all of your products by just clicking on the catalog option there. This is all the products. Okay, so when we get to our theme setup, this will all change. And in the next session, we're going to look at the navigation. So we're going to work out how to build these collections into menus so that they do start to appear here. Okay.